duty ne hu I say moja e free ni mu e ba ye de ne kwa yaresabia I say wakum nipa ne charge say wadi ewu e na ya che na beto police for akache e na ode ye wo ye ni na me masem am bibusa no say kwan be so de na onya ya wode yes etwa ne be ma no police ho akache wo koda okra wo bet kra yeyi to bia ye ro e ma ka ubosa short a ehyewo e na wode akwakoda cells wo saa de no a odi twa de be ma no onya free hefa onya free hefa eno ese police for ye hwehwemu kese pa na ye hunu kwankura ofa so a onya saa ade no free a wode etwa ne be ma no ese saa de no ba eniwa ensem saa bebre timi koso obi ekoda police for akachi a obehu na onya homa bikura ma tisi obi enya homa de ahyakonfo ewo ho ekwan be so na onya ahoma no sa se bredio se sikayo se dadio se kwan be so na timi ko wura ho fa de ma no eno ese yeye nhwehwemu pa Positive Citizen Radio na utie the morning show across the bridge na utie nka no eye musomfo honorable Adams Boachi Iyadom coronavirus banana sales at Kofodua Police Training School tests positive. Yare ko die wo ya abeto hoi na akoba se ese wona woton obi a woton kodu ewo police training school hono ono so test positive. Yenhwe banana seller has tested positive COVID-19 at Kofodua Police Training School in Eastern Region. He is tested positive Friday, May 29th, 2020 after Ghana Health Service conduct mass testing for police recruits. Police officers and their families staying in the bungalows in the school as well as food vendors. The patient was the only one among the lot whose test result came out positive. He has been quarantined. The banana seller does not only ply her trade at police training school but also sell to customers at Regional Police Headquarters, Kofodua High Court, Nat Hall, Building Event and Lands Commission. Meanwhile, about 244 samples of police personnel images cells as well as families of the police cells at Central Police Station and Ballas in Kofodua have been taken for testing following the death of station officer who died from coronavirus. Dear ewomu enyina ene ese oba bia oton kodu ewo Kofodua Police Training School ho ono so test na say proof positive ewo coronavirus COVID-19 na dear ekopi man kopi adie ne say police training school ho no o say nansen ebeto odwa say yede enhye na yede ato no susa school no de omo police training school no omo asati ko school ankrofo kan ebeto ema no ba social media em say enunti na ekoba say ene omo koye mass test na omo koye mass test no ene ekohunu say oba bia oton kodu wo ho no so sa proof test positive na yekohwe mu no enye ho nkompo ena oton no kodu no oton kodu no bi ewo police regional headquarters afi Kofodua High Court na call and a land commission ebose omudi dwumadie bia oton bi na yenkohwe asemu wona wodi kodu ni bie no aton kodu ni said ye Africa na Ghana ha yesi ton ye niam no yade ya da bia meka se nyame ena hwe yenkohwe se wona woton ade ewo edwamu yi obehunu na obi ba no so obi a se nampo na water a oso we no adane no enti se ade ba ko no beto a obeso so be se nsiamu ana se nan udukura mu ansa na obeto ba ko wato ba ko enti se bibi awo ne nsa na odi akaka we contaminate bohu na do to kwadin wo wa no yesei kase ade hadwen enti sen wotimi test positive dia na ye wasem ebo ne po sese na anya sa ene ade ba ko a hadwen ba ko hadwen no enti wei na baabi a okoton bibia no ene na sese ekoye random ekoye test ni bi so ewo ho yenhwe fact check Mahama Coast false coronavirus figure for Ghana. A former president, John Dramani Mahama, in a blog post titled John Mahama latest write-up on COVID-19 on his website on Friday, May 29, 2020, stated some figures to give an overview of the status of COVID-19 in Ghana. He mentioned the total number of positive cases recorded in Ghana as 7,162 with number of deaths as 32. The write-up also mentioned the number of recovery as 2,412 as of this morning. As of this morning, 29th May 2020, the number of confirmed positive cases stand at 7,362 with 32 deaths, while the 2,412 total recoveries is welcome news. It is also evident from the latest data that the virus is still spreading and across the country. The fifth paragraph of the publication stated the publication was shared on various news and political WhatsApp group. It has been published on major online sites such as Manjoy Online. Fact Check Ghana come look at the claim and found some of the figures to be wrongly quoted. Ghana recorded its first case on the 9th COVID-19 on the 12th March 2020. Since then, the country case count continued to increase, with Ghana having the primary responsibility of announcing cases. The ewomu nyina ni say eye omampani dada John Dramani Mahama abribia no obomoden eko ne social media site na akotrotro nsem na de omo na no if ya da no de ode beto ho no efa eye COVID-19 coronavirus no nsem no de baaye no figures no de baaye no omo se enye no ano no odibi atutumu enye ne kwan so no nti yenhye so na me ade ba ko a me wo ka ewo omampani da ade ba ko ne se abribi odensam ebeto ya mesre se omomoden se obecheki ne fast ansa na odensam no aba abeto ma oni nkrofobia chi omomoden se ono abeye ne fast well ansa na odensam abeto because omampani dada se koba se ode ade bi ebeto na se enya sebe egu ono egu nanimu ase na asan egu Ghana animu ase nti onhye nso na wonhwe ne yie emaye na kan we nso so na mi busa se mi busa se na ayi ya friend say eye alupre na asem no menti se waka bi o ensem a wokan Ghana nyina no eye na alupre na asem no de abeto no citizen wine no pano so wanka bi ma yentie na yenhunu se ne penso na sa asem no ebeto odwa no ne penso na sa asem no beto odwa ebi atrete ensa hwe ne se wono ka sa government wine no ne hwan de bi se wono a nkrofo na ekeka o media menka nkrofo na ekeka na onyi na no ana se onka bibi ya ne penso wo ehunu sa de no ana sa asem no ka no nya no kure na wakada no atumu yi woye o man ba so woka bie ye nyina ye ka bie ewa lupre na ho asem ho enti so otimi ka Ghana nsem nyina bi dia ene ebredu se ono so alupre no ho asem no onka bi ma yentie na de ekro ne de eba yehwe Koku and Co aren't more sons to late Atamas than Mahama. Edwizi Tamaklo. A special aide to former President John Dramani Mahama, lawyer Godwin Tamaklo has chastised editor of Informer newspaper, and he can come for referring that the likes of Kuku Enyidaho, who served as director of communication for late President Atamels, is more of a son to late president than Mr. Mahama, who served as vice president. Lawyer Eduzi Tamaklu strongly assessed the NDC shares a common bond and there is no Mills or Mahama camp, as evidence in former President Mahama's decision to work with virtually the same ministers who served under the late President Professor John Evans Atta Mills during the latest tenure. To him, the former informal newspaper editor is wrong to infer that there are Mahama and Atta Mills faction in National Democratic Congress, to the point of calling some people in NDC as children of Atta Mills and other stepchildren. Assembly abeto dwa na asem na abeto dwa no na owura bi a na oye former president ne boafo lawyer Itamaklo ka say krata bi a abeto dwa a krata no din the informer krata na otwetwe semu mafo no endi kankam na odi abeto say nchichemu ewo endi mu a kire say ebi John Dramani ma na ebi so fifi omampani dada wanya de baby ko fifi Atamels ne ma ina wana woye Atamels manonko na steps children because emanoma no so wana free John Dramani Mahama ho na sa owura yi ka se emre asembia ni ho etesa ewo NDC mu de omu nyina ayade ba akonchiche mu bia nim yeni camp bia se we ni na ye be kai se emra omampani dada fifi Atamels free mo no John Dramani obedi na de no ministers a na ono omu nyina no one omo adwuma ekoi na so ono omu ye adwuma na mibusa se na kwaku anidahu so one no adwuma ana asem sebe yo abo nonkron apahu sima edu ewo positive system radio ha ye watch no ebo ha no de sa na eka mane how se watch no ene de ne nkopa enye sa ewiase watch nyina enkope se biara da bi beko ejabi enti se ye de no eno de ne nkwa mane how new voters register Bernard Mona faces CID today. PNC National Chair Bernard Mona is to meet Director General of Police CID at 10 a.m. today after he was invited by the police for allegedly threatening to resist a new voters register. A police invitation said he made alleged threats on radio. Mr. Mona has been one of the hardest critics of the decision by EC to create a new register for December polls. He told our news he stand by his words. I feel that it is partisan issue because it is the central regional minister who that I should be invited or arrested and followed this morning. I was told by Mohammed, and so I have no difficulty going to respond to it. I stand by every word that is captured by their letter, and if I caution the electoral commission not to lead us into the disaster, and that means a threat, they can take it to where they want, he told Star News Musa Lansa. This is a motive issue because the polling station that I vote, number of people who have passport are not up to 10, including me, and number of people of Ghana card is not up to 100, and you are going to use that in polling station where we have over 800 on the register. That is why we have to caution the electoral commission to be careful, because we are talking about something that borders about the kind of leadership that is country is going to generate, he explained. The woman PNC Amayoku no teacher ni IFN no Bernard Mona police for atu yensa afre no CID for atu yensa afre no se omra na ne nyina ne se okaka se edinchro no obebbo mmodian se obesi kwan se oma edinchro no emma so da biarada na eno na police for atu yensa afre no na ono so se ene obekọ ebo nondua na obekọ na okwa ensemu a okai ni nyina no ogina so pintin se onsesa na no ano na ne nyina no se osi baabi a woto aba no enipa ho ebe se enipa aha enwotwe enipa be se aha hwe na se enipa aha enwotwe no enipa dodo se na ewo passport enipa dodo se na ewo Ghana card a enam so ema ocho ni fi se electoral commission say di ntro no ya the passport and as a Ghana card na betro enunti se eno na ye de yo na obusa se nipa do se de was a nipa do na was a Ghana card ni bia ye de betro enunti na ma ogina so okasa asem no we eye politics na me emra Ghana card no ba no sa na ye bo hu dede sa passport any one eso so nipa ko sai ekotro ma ye tro edin no ma na yeye hyehyɛ no ade to hɔ no hyehyɛ no ɛkɔ so pɛpɛpɛ ɛma so tro odin no ɔtro na de ekohu ya no sɛ card no ɛna ɛma me amete yi me card ɛma but ma tro me din de me ni passport ɛna na me ni ayi ni bi so menya kyigirafo bi gyina machi ɛma metimi ɛtro me din wɔna na woni bi te sɛ me anu mpo a wɔno ebi a me tro gya wɔ no dodo no ɛtro ama wɔn saka wɔn card enti bibi eba ye bo hu dede tiatia mu ye hu dede ma ye beko ya mpre ne de de ye nyimfrim ye nyimfrim ya sa wode wano etwa sabone a eba mu ye katra ma ya de kasa ya no ye de kasa no ena de wo haw ene bone ebrenti yesre se ma ye nyai sa ne ma na ye mpre ntokwa besi ne wa ho abeba no ntokwa bia nsi we mpo de di ntwei omo ama kwanya se adaduanan 40 days die em say muwa di ntwei bia no aya twa di ntwei aya twa bia em say aya 2 weeks ana abro so kra 3 weeks we dey 40 days I just say ade e kwan edemu enti moma ye momode se betimi aye Positive System Radio Yankwa for the which doctor perform Geshi for safety to be bond Usu Lomo I don't want to read this thing. I don't want to.
Baby, I just saw Toma midiano na me ho premisa baya penintawo na me amadi me husu abirabwe se na peniyo aya debi aya se obrei odi pani obire obra tani wara Obra Eliwara Obra Eliwara
yet also assembly was very interesting. Drugs presented by Ghana Ghanaian health are not coronavirus cures. Oko boy About Monday, the Ghana Association of Medical Herbalists lamented that the ministry had delayed in the testing and approval process of about 33 COVID-19 submitted to ministry by the association. The association disclosed that these herbal medicines submitted to Ministry of Health were already tested by Mampong Center for Scientific Research into Plant Medicine and has been registered by Food and Drug Authority. However, the Deputy Minister of Health, Dr. Bernard Okoboy, in an interview with Kwame Efrifa-Mensah in Epahua Dabeng show, explained that the ministry does not need to approve herbal drugs which had already been approved by Food and Drug Authority before COVID-19 broke out. He noted that approving such drug might give the impression that this drug provide a cure for COVID-19 pandemic when they are actually immune boosters. The wonyina esoafo abedi akira ohwe mpomuden so edi aba betudwa se enro a Ghana Herbal Association ebetu ebaaye no se yenye no ose saa enro no enye edura a ekon esa COVID-19 ana coronavirus no yade na de okamukra no se edro no a omde baaye nyina no omudi enro aduasa miasa ne baaye 83 na omde baaye na saa enro kra de baaye no se de wosi eka no edura Ghana yadikai Mampong Center for Scientific Research into Plant Medicine edikai a register saa enro yi dada answer kra na saa yare eba na yade edura yadikai register dada no de nti na se je tum saa dia na koba se esa yare no mum o se immune booster enye yade a mpomudre no na mum enye edura esa yare esa COVID-19 no nti no enya dia se ye gitum register ne saa ema no yie nti na asemu a ewo ho no nti enye nokure biara se bia wo mo anye se wo mo ebeje donatum na mum eyade a yedi kan aye ho adwuma dada na yaje atumu dada for a register dada nti nya de se ye ka ho asem
ya mapanyino mawami ya komwesika ma brabwe zene na fomo adiachi anapa me on fami na suma kwejmanswa ochina die na medie obire oni pani obire obra anywara obra anywara
Our politician in power to transform the country or for power's sake. Abrakwa quiz. Member of Parliament. Emrese Bedwani aye friend no okujeto Abrakwa ene obusa se wona wo ya amayosem no amayofo no omo bepetumi se wode beboa oman no ama oman no asakira abayedie mu anase omo ba se bepetumi akwa na dent no kasa member of Parliament for Tonu North Tonu Samuel Okudzeto has questioned the intention with which people enter in political office in Ghana. The MP wondered whether political office holders focus on using political power to engage in evidence-based policy making to ensure the nation's transformation or occupied political position for sake of power. In a Facebook post on Monday, 1st June 2020, Mr. Blakwa noted that the 2020 population on house census, which should have been conducted this year by the Ghana Statistical Service, considered within a 10-year tradition, had been postponed indefinitely due to COVID-19 and after GSS struggled initially to raise funds from government. He continued that not many of our leaders appear bothered by this development. The focus in all and how NIA and CEC can put together private voters register, even though credible register exists. According to the North Tone MP, while other jurisdictions where they are uncompromised about development put data for planning and development ahead of mere political power, here it is all about political power, even when there is lack of updated, reliable data to guide the policymakers who secure power. No wonder that after throwing away Vision 2020, we remain without long-term national strategy. The Okudzeto Abraham Kanyina no. Say me minister amayosem na woka. O say enti enipa amayofon omoba amayo mu se ebeboa na asom no ahobambo ana enipa yiedie ewo mem ha akoso ana se omoba na se tumia pa na yepe na emre dru a eye ade a eda omem ha se mfie dubia se ye kan nipa na ye hwe edudu de afaso de ahyehye ye nhyehyeye emre ye dru a nam se yare de ewu abenti no wona wodi se adwuma no wontimi oni se adwuma no posika se o ye no ntimi enya ne pomasibre na wenyina yi chiri no soso no na amayofo asori se ye hwe se ye betwotwo din de anya Ghana card afei se ya abatu nwoma ye bebue mu ni atwo foforo na enso so ye nkwahwe no abatu nwoma foforo wo pa credible wo ho ye nhwe so na ye na mata na ye wakeka ne nsem na de me ni enya dwene se okase the credible voters register ewo ho a me ni no enya dwene enne me ni nya dwene ekina de enti a me ni nya dwene na ni nya dwene ekina no se ye wo ha na eye yisi a wo mo atwam sharato o sei one na bedi akire edis boani ema sharato se no akeka se eye na bedi akire no etimi eye transfer bi ebibe mu a na omunim ho hwe eti se transfer be gugu mu bi mu a na you know enim ho hwe a bet me say ebe credible amana yeye asie dun katia so keka o keka mi entie se na minus bi wo na minus na ayi wo mu no emnu samre we they are matured. There were minus e wo register num na sesebra they have matured. Say sa register no e kire say ni say minus bemu say minus bemu a na enye credible biem enti that time no adenti na ye nyi say minus no free mu a crime. It's a crime. Eye bone se munim se na sa koda ye nyiniye ewom ewo sa abrenum na mo anya free mu na mo tena mu dia ene na we can call that a register credible. So I see dunkatia na kan yo I see dunkatia say there were minors and koda bi wom na mbom ebedu sesemra de wo mo abedru age. But let me ask you let me musa say adia eye bone enura no ene eye papa ne emra kire say ekoba say wona wonyiniye ebamu a ade no eye bone enye enti samre no ade enti ye ntimi anyi wo mo amfiri mu na mo twen ya se sebra de o manyini enti sesa nipa no ede wo mu amudi wo mu a monim wo mu bibia wo mu a eno nkyere se is credible me nyintum sa ma no nye credible e ma no nye yie ena sa eye transfer ne ba mu bi no a sharoto say me say sharoto say keka ye say na bedi eche no eye sa transfer ni ko mu no na electoral commission ni mu ho hwe no enam kwan ba so na betima credible amana ayeyie amayofo mo mu fa ye ni agro o mu te ekire a no makoye se coach omo ni ball no bo yie pa no mo che we na bo ha na yesese but on be gina mu a the same thing ye be kai say 2016 amanfo nyina kai say electoral commission wonye register foforo na register na ho no enye kai eye hu demonstration ekoduru ho no nukure wo mu nie enukure de yese ye ka nukure wo mu NDC enne begina ho ekoye electoral commission kasa manfo ye be kaya omampani dada eko baabi ma obroni bi baabi ye ni interview okay ka say electoral commission no edi ne ho so enti yenya ma electoral commission no enye na dwuma na electoral commission no na odi ne ho so enura no mebusa ene de oni ne ho so ana electoral commission no enura na odi ne ho so a na oye na dwuma no ene mebusa the same electoral commission no ene oni ne ho so ana ene emra ne de enkyere sa amayofo ya munyai mu niama ayi na mo ye no electoral commission say obetro ni din a yesamo munya ma electoral commission no ontro ni din a won say agi a won say wo tro munya ma ne ntro obi a ntafie odo na akomu na wakohunu say register na obeto ye no register no enya credible enti no esese wo tro foforo ye ma no kwan electoral commission na no 2016 no na odi ne ho so no enipa no ne yasesa no ono odi animo no ne yasesa wo mo na yensesa electoral commission mra no na da ho dada no anu no na da ho enti se na no na odi won ho so eye je won se wo ya sa na we se so na so odi ne ho so a esese ne oye ne wonye me the two things am dey can say me jutum say the register no enya credible no enie asia dun katia say wona ma minus no nkwada na ewo mu no sam radio wo mu anyinyini enti no yenyae wo mo fine so na sa dia ni bi wo mu dia enie na enya credible na ye a crime is against the law of the register no yesi eni say wona won fie enya nruye no ebemu na mo hunu ma sa tena mu dia ade tena mu hunu ma sa ade ne tena mu na ma no ho enti se obi ebo kro no dunie na we wanted a enti woba na ye nche no enfie dunie no obo kro no na crime is against the law enti woba na ye ja no se wonye wanted biem ena yesi illegal transfer so enya me na mekeka yo electoral commission for no as atam no no man ka say illegal transfer bi bem say illegal transfer bi so bem dia then the register cannot be credible enti no na abase esese yesesa no enti yesremo said ye emre bi atwam no na electoral commission no edi ne ho so na oye die efata no so no adi ne ho so na se die oye no yesremo munyai ema wonye die wose oye emra no sesan nti na asemo a ewo ho no But also, a minority. A government hiding behind the coronavirus to spend recklessly. Minority. A minority in parliament is claiming that the government is hiding behind the outbreak of coronavirus to spend recklessly. A spokesperson on finance for the minority, Mr. Kazel Ato Forsen, says the minority will resist any attempt by government to spend recklessly because they think that the implication on the economy will be severe. Addressing press conference after Finance Minister Ken Ofori-Atta had presented a report before the House on the limit of borrowing of the government under subsection 6 of section 30 of the Bank of Ghana Act 2002, Act 16 says 112 in the novel coronavirus COVID emergency, and former deputy finance minister said the government is only doing this to finance the 2020 campaign. Eku ketwa ewo parliament no minority edi ababeto o say aban ahyeda edi ne ho asie abata coronavirus nachi na wo say sika saa na omo so de omo nyanhwe han ema saa niema no enkoso na ne tenteni ne tie wotwa mu han say omo bebo mode say ye be hwe say aban ebejai saa niema na wo ye no na wo nyina edi aba abeto ho ene say eye omo say aban akoshe coronavirus lechi na wo say ni sika wo say oman ni sika na wo nyina wo ye ni nyina no wo ye say wo de omo campaign no e be 2020 no campaign no wo de be say sika no e de aye amayofo enya amayofo ya na yese yebo battery so say coronavirus e ba ye aban emwa ema emfane masisi nim PPE ene de ende empo lockdown ba ye no ese ni team modern senka odi sika mankrofo ni so no aduane mankrofo fi so yesesesi ekeka wenum nyina na ne nyina yekeka nyina no ekoti adromra enya ne ahaban yae na eyeden na afeide yesa keka sansemsem kosi koda na yekoya ana se yebai yanim churches race closer over violation of coronavirus safety protocols. Government has stated that churches or other religious bodies that flout the coronavirus safety protocols risk being closed or dealt with appropriately. Minister of Religious Affairs Kofi Damazi told journalists at news conference on Monday night, June 1st, 2020. He says government shall strictly ensure compliance of the safety protocols that have been put in place as churches and mosques prepare to reopen. He says social distancing and other safety protocols such as not having more than 100 congregants per service must strictly be adhered. He stated that churches and mosques should not allow their members who do not wear face masks to enter the service. Oswafo a ohwe osomso osomso edi aba betuo ni say nanu omampani kasa no oka say wa makwan say ensori ene nkramofo etimi ekọ omo nkramodem ekosom ensori so kosom na mom ensusu odi yade ato wo no esese ye nyina di nhihye no so na oka say asori biara ana som biara ehye yade ato wo no wani so no ya betum ana say emre esese ni di no eni sa esom no ebi na ene say nano enura anadwo anadwo na oswafo yi ebekasa ye eni obeye press conference ma central for na okache on sa protocol safety protocols no esese yedi super pepe ade ano hwene ene ano no ese yede hye afi say ehoro yensa yɛde sanitizer no hore nsa na afei yɛtete yɛntem afei ensɔre nso so ɛsɛ ensɔre no nipa no abro sa oha nipa oha afei so ɛne sɛ yɛyɛ asɔre no ɛma no ɛbro dɔnhwere baako enti obi biara a wandi saa nhyehyɛe no so no deɛ ɛsɛ sɛ baa no sɛ yɛto asɔre no mu anaasɛ mmerɛ ɛsɛ sɛ ɛne nidie no ɛno ɛne nidie na asɛm a ɛwɔ hɔ no no Nelson mother escaped lynching. Yet to be identified, Nelson mother, suspected to be fake money dealer, to thank the police of her life. This followed a last-minute intervention by the police, which saved her from bloodthirsty mob Tuesday on the Bosomchi district of Ashanti region. The suspect was arrested in possession of big bag loaded with fake money in different Ghana cities' notes. Apparently, he had gone on shopping spree at Aputioja market where he had bought a lot of items. The suspect reportedly shopped and gave out fake currency in exchange of genuine Ghana city notes. Unfortunately for the suspect, luck loaded her eventually as some people detected her illegal activities in the market and blew the alarm, drawing a number of people to the scene. The angry crowd reported tried to lynch the Nelson mother, but the police arrived at the scene on time. According to the source, the police had hectic time before they could safely take the Nelson mother to the station. Feyasi police are said to be preparing the suspect for arraignment. The woman is oba bia or true ba ana oba time bi ni ti ye papa anya sa enka amanfo etoton ni mu no so na ni nyina ne se sa obey ede fake currency sika enye sika money counterfeit ye nim do do se counterfeit ena wode egu bag mu a onu onim se counterfeit na wode ekodi dwa ewo store na ofe sika no so oso opensesa nti mu amsesa na wode mawa na osesa ma na wode sika papa ma no na wei ena edwomu amanfo hunu se saa sika no eye sika bone nti amanfo ni ba wo so ayo ena amanfo betwa ne ho hia ya enka ye bepe no atoto ne mu no so na the tea ye no say a police for edru ho ntem enti police for edru ho no na police for no kra bremu yi ansa na ye timi age no ede no akọ wo mu akache as say fe yasi police for bo modern say e behwe na ye de no akogina ayarasabi akọ court na omo emra eno no adie nti na asemo a ewo ho no Berlin 88 District Hospital is rare. President Akufo-Addo. Government is committed to the implementation of Agenda 88. The building within a year, fully equipped, functional hospital for 88 districts without such facilities. Additionally, government will build a fully equipped, functional regional hospital for each of the regions. President Akufo-Addo, who announced this on Sunday, explained that Agenda 88 included the construction of new regional hospital for Western region and rehabilitation of Efian Kwanta Hospital in Sakande. On April 26, 2020, President in televised national address to update citizens on COVID-19 first announced the agenda to construct a 10-bed health facility in each of the districts without hospital to help in the management of infectious disease, including COVID-19. The project, said to begin this year, will also include accommodation for staffs. On Sunday, May 30th, National Broadcaster to update nations on the enhanced response to COVID-19. The president said, "We have learned many lessons from the pandemic. The most obvious is that we have 45 urgent hour public health system. We have to empower and increase the number of our healthcare and professional across board." yare kudi ewu ya abeto hɔ yi ɛno ɛna ɛyɛ oforosio bosome da ɛtɔ so edunsia na eduonu nsia ɔmampani ɛbɛkasa kyerɛ ɔman no ɔka sɛ aban ebesisi ayaresabea duowɔtwe enwɔtwe ɛwɔ mensi emu mensi kuropɔn mu na afei so ɛyɛ mantamo a yatete no a wɔn eni ayaresabea no so wɔn kuropɔn so wasisi ebi wɔ hɔ na ɛno na amanfoɔ efi sɛ deɛ na ɔmampani ɛka no ɛyɛ enudwa anaasɛ hurahawa bi ɛna wɔka na nano kwasiada ya ɔmampani ɛkasa no ɛna ɔsan ɛbɛka bi mu sɛ asɛm na ɔkae no wɔda egyina emu ebiem ogyina so a sɛdeɛ ɔkae no sɛ mensi no a eni ayaresabea no ɛyi mantam a eni ayaresabea ɛwɔ nkuropɔn mu no mensi foforɔ no obesisi bi wɔ hɔ ɛyɛ efie nkwanta hospital so bɛbɛɛ mu na wayɛ ne yie ama no ayɛ kɛse saa nso so ɛna ɛyɛ mensi nso so aduɔtwe no obesi ne pɛpɛɛpɛ kama na afei so deɛ ɛsɛ fata sɛ ɛyɛ ma ayaresabea bia no so ɔbɛyɛ ne pɛpɛɛpɛ ama bibia yɛ kama nti ɛnyɛ animudwa anaasɛ nsimhuo bi ɛna wɔka asɛmpa ɛna wɔka no aka sima edu ensia na abo nonkro aka sima edu ensia na abo nondu aka sima edu ensia na abo nondu ana mi so dwumadi so na aka sima enum na sa abo nondu na me so dwumadi no so yentia government to Muslims favor heart conditions. Even though the president has eased the restriction on religious gathering, thus allowing Muslims to worship at mosques under strict control measures, the Minister of Religious Affairs, Mr. Kofi Edzemazi, has advised devotees with comorbidities to stay away. Diabetes. To stay away from the worship center as much as possible to avoid contract COVID-19. It was one of many guidelines outlined by the minister at press conference on Monday, 1st June 2020, to spell out the modalities of mosque worshiping. So now omampeni kai no say wayi osomo da say me yankwasore no so na mom nyese wayi ni nyina ne say enkramofo timi ko na asorefo timi ko na nso so say obekwa a na abroso ni dipa oha yentete yentem na de seeds bia na eno na say soafo a ohwe osomso no de abetudwa say say yamakwan say enkramofo etimi ko ekokosom na mom o kan biem say wona ebunu yare won so akoma yare ha won ne kro ne de akeka ho no ma won kɔ nkosom na won ankote yare ne bi say saa yare no na de ba ko no say wa wompomu emre no ana wunni ahoden no enche na yare ne bi atimi hu enti ye enhye ne nso say de be ya enkoba say na yare no ewo so na akotibie. Coronavirus. Kumasi resident expressed mixed reaction on Akufo-Addo 10th Express address. Residents in Kumasi Metropolis have expressed mixed reaction over partial easing of some restriction imposed by the government to contain the spread of COVID-19 pandemic. While they are very happy about the reopening of schools for final year students to prepare for their final examination, they are not agreement to the president of opening of churches and mosques. Mr. Osei Kusi, businessman Edum, told the Ghanaian agents that opening of the churches could further escalate the spread of virus. He explained that it would be very difficult for church members to maintain social distancing, especially during singing and dancing in the church. Mr. Kusi said probability of an infected person passing the virus in the church was very high and wondered why the rush for the reopening of the churches. You can be in your house and worship God. We have not been in church getting to 2 months and nothing has happened. So why are we in rush to go to church at this time when the cases keeping on rising every day? He equipped. Madam Mavis Opoku, trader who spoke with the Ghana News Agency team, pointed out that out of fear and panic, people won't even come to church because they might think they will get infected by the coronavirus. Nano kwesiada omampeni ebekasa ye no na Kumase mpotemu nso so nhihyaye ni bi o ha omodwene mu ye omokesere ne kakra eye suku wana ye bewie suku no aban makwan se wo mu nko suku na wo mu nkonkwontro nsohwe a omudi bewie no de wo mu agiatum se o ene ne kwanso ano no demo nsori a wabue no de bebre no se aban apre ne ho se wabue asori owura obi a ye frɛ no Osei Kusi our businessman wadum na wo se na said the ade sitie de asori nipa ekwa a se social distance ye kobonwum ne yasa na ya tonwum asa bede na wo ka kire bede obi be kɔ na chi se onkosa na o men yonko o se de sitie nkra de ene asori no kura ne nipa ba kote yare ni bi wo ho se yare ni bi wo bi so a na okowura so dem a hi ehunu se yare ni bo no so na ye koto nwuma asa na ye sesese ni eno be ma yare no bi akankrofo nka ne ni se nka aban epre ne ho na okobue se ye nkwasori okan na se mu se ye tifie ya ye nkwasori ya ye tifie ye betimi asom ye som ye aboni bia nsi na maami bi so a wodi dwa esoso ewo na ono so kase eno kra we so be di ehu beto nkrofo so a enam ehu no kra enti no ema nkrofo empo ema sori se bi be soro se na me ba sori be de me ba sori a so anhwe a yare makoti bi enti na ade a ewo no ntinka aban ni mu a enka asori no kra no enka wamuye
Abusiade wo bidamo ensudi enya sanme ano bediweni ani wa kokasemi ediri weni proviso no birani ni wa confidence me obra ani wa obra
ene wara wa positive system radio ni enche na me dwumadi yi eba awieye na de ewo mu nyina ni na no ese nkramofo betimi akwasore se misika yen no na emom se de yesi ato no se emomoden se kete ba ko bia kremoni ba ko ne begina so behu na kete ne akeka sisi animu na omo de omo betie on se da bi sese no na no enura eye soafo a ohwe somso ebeto ho no na sem nyina na se kremoni ba ko bia befa kete ba ko na wagina so na yentie asorofo de government bans shaking of handkerchief in church on say asorofo ye kwasori na ye tonwum na ye aboso bia in handkerchief na ye nyam handkerchief no osofo kasampo ba na obia man handkerchief na wanyim no ana se obia him handkerchief osofo no say saade no ya twam ewa sorim yenhwe government ban shaking of handkerchief in churches enti yenhye nso me mama me kwa me ba me de beba Also, government has banned the shaking of handkerchief across churches in Ghana. Government the move forms part of safety measures. Minister of Religious Affairs Kofi Damazie made a call and address at the Information Ministry press conference on Monday. He also encouraged mosques to ensure no entry policy. He said mosques should designate a holding room for persons who may be sick to be isolated from general worshippers. He stated that mosques and churches must display COVID-19 educational materials at vantage point to remind worshippers about safety. Now kwesiada enura enwumre ya oswafo a somso no na oka osin handkerchief a yekwasori a yehim no yetwam ma obia yehim hanki no ma yenye saade ni biem afei so yemomoden se enhyehyeye a yedi ato onkyerɛkyerɛ yedi ato kyerɛ saa yare no nhyehyeye no yemfa bi ntetare yemfa bi mo obia hu no afei asɔre dan mu so enkramodem okramoni bia obekɔ so dan mu bia no se saade bi nkata no ni bi nkata nimu bi nkata nanimu a nkata no ni nkata nano a ma wonwuram nti yenhye no nso ɛna ɔse asɔre so yɛkɔ asɔre a yɛtɔnwum yɛyɛ bibia yɛmɔmɔden sɛ saade ni bi bekata ya no bekata ehwene sɛ yɛtɔnwum a ebi nkata ɔse asɔre ana remodan a obebu saade no bia no yɛbɛtum ana sɛ mra sɛ no die bia no ɛne obedi yo ɔmane hye aha ɛna mosomfo Honorable Adams Boachi Yadom mu esie ɛnɛ menkoa ɛna mebae na mede morning show ni ɛdebrɛ mu ɛyɛ awurade pa ɛkyina so mobɛte yɛnka Positive System Radio ɛna ɛdebrɛ no mo a mo hwɛ TV no so Positive TV APS television no so ɛyɛ DJ Lyrica ɛna ɛtrɛ fidie n'akyi na ɔhwɛ ma bibia ɛba so ɛwɔ television no so yɛda mo nyina ase awurade ɛnka obiara ho.
(96070) 0244 65 4458 to San Hotel.